What's going on, y'all? It's Jason Reviews here, back at it again with another video. Just had done the Born Legacy 13 predictions, knew that the main event and another matchup were going to be coming out. I was just kind of waiting because I think the main event deserves a little bit of a rant of its own, man. It's not going to be too long of a video here. I'm not going to go on and on and on about the things I don't like. That doesn't make sense. But we're going to talk a little bit about the things we don't like, right? But first of all, two battles for Born Legacy 13 to talk about. And we're going to start out with, obviously, the simpler one to explain and even the better one first. Danny Myers versus Saflare Soul. Just want to give my quick thoughts on it. And this is just a good battle. Obviously, Saflare's getting put through a lot of bar-heavy top tiers kind of out the gate. Chess, right, clears that, goes to Nitty. Debatable. Personally had Nitty win. I know a few people did, especially when it came out. But then has a debatable, pretty, great result there. Now you go to Danny Myers. Chess, Nitty, Danny Myers. Clearly staying at 2-1-2. They got smoked. Him and Foots got smoked him, but I don't really value 2-1-2. So there you go. So in one-on-ones, he still had a really good record so far. And Danny is someone that can stop that as much as anyone else can. Do I think it'll be a clear loss, or the type of thing to really hurt Saflare's momentum? Doubt it. For whatever reason, Danny punching down on comp. Now, he has had a lot of success, too, but Danny's a little bit more, vulnerable to just having a debatable or really a loss to competition at this level. It's kind of crazy how Danny's almost bulletproof versus top tiers. I mean, really, 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 really good. That's why he's a Hall of Fame battler, but has such a little bit of a weird hit-or-miss record when it comes to battling newer guys. Battled a lot, so he probably won a lot more than he lost, but for whatever reason, it would not shock me if Saflare to take this here. And I'm actually going to go Saflare Soul 2-1 edge, and one of the best battles in the night. Could see it being debatable. A lot of people having Danny edge. I don't know if I see Danny getting smoked or anything like that here. You're going to get a really good Danny Myers. I think Saflare Soul does a little bit more in the real talk and kind of substance format of battle rap that can give a little bit of harder hitting punches, a little bit more than people that already critique punchers a lot, right? So if you're someone that's naturally wants a little bit more than that, I think Saflare provides a little bit more than that. Really, really, really hope Danny doesn't go too far into the multi and rapping bag. Like, oh, I rap way better. Not saying that you don't display good rapping, you know what I'm saying? But specifically with the multi-syllabics, it's a couple of battles that he ends up kind of throwing away because he has around a minute 30 of multis. I think he could just punch out Saflare here, and I think he's a much better energetic performer. So if he just heightens that, you can get a potential classic, really great battle, or just a win from him just having too much for Saflare. But overall, I'm going to go first pick Saflare Soul 2-1 edge in a really good battle. Then we can get into this main event that, as I like to say every once in a while, it is an egregious attack on hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? I cannot believe what I was looking at. And I'm going to be honest, I may have known this bad news was coming. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't make it any better. You know what I'm saying? Knowing it ahead of time or not. This just simply isn't a good concept. And that is the 3v3 triple threat. First of all, triple threat means 3 people, not 6. Not a triple threat match. So it's a 3v3 match with each rapper rapping one round. Team Jersey, Suge, O-Red, Arse versus the top 6 Authentic, Hanzo, and Ease. Man, where do I go to talk about why I don't think this is good? So to start out with first, man, they start Gnome 2-on-2s just simply didn't go over well, and they're like, you know what? Let's go up one. Whoever had that idea, you lack shame. And we lack shame a lot as a society. I see shame going away every day. I look around every corner and I see people that the shame is no longer there the way it should be. But whoever booked this truly is taking it to another level. I just think that after the 2-on-2s haven't done good, you got a lot of bad press this year. You roll out a new concept. First of all, you got 2 battlers in O-Red and Arse that are complete risks for this. O-Red has been losing his voice in rooms of anywhere of 80 people to 1,000. All right, I love O-Red's content. Love what he did versus Trufo. Even love his first versus Av. I don't know if he can be trusted. It is only one round, though, so I think he's going to be fine. Arse versus, a new guy. And any of these 3 he goes against, what makes me think that Arse is going to come with content? He came pretty good versus Ace, you know what I'm saying? A little bit more serviceable than usual. And this is a step below in status from that. So you have 2 guys, I'm not really sure how their round's going to turn out. The top 6, people I've been pretty receptive to the top 6. This is the bottom 3 of the top 6. So great. I think everyone from the top 6 has real potential. But I think Klutz, Foots, and Saflare are kind of that step up. So you look at these 3 here. I don't know the craziest demand. Now, I think the people in the building are going to enjoy it, like it. You know what I'm saying? Give it a chance to appreciate it. I don't think they're going to shun them out. But when you have guys that are relatively, unknown or just getting on the scene, and we need battles with that have meaningful results. Now, if you book 3 3v3 3-rounders, right? Authentic Arse, Hansel O-Red, Ease Shug. Now the results matter. Now it's a real showcase. So this is 3 1-rounders. This is not a new concept. It is 3 1-rounders. This is insanity. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see how this ends up being the main event. You have a pretty good card building up, and then you have this thing up here. Doesn't mean it's going to be doomed to not be good at all. I really don't know. I don't think it's going to be. I think it has a limited ceiling. It could be okay, but then why did we do it anyways when you could have just booked a good 3-round 1v1 battle? Why don't we just book 1v1 battles? You know what I'm saying? Why are we booking 2v2s and 3v3s? Leave it alone. Next year, I don't want to see no teams. I don't want to see no friendship. I want hate. If that's what it's going to take. I know I'm going on and on, but I think it is absolutely insane with kind of where they've been, the things they've been critiqued for. I mean, just coming off of a 2v2 event, how do you go and bump it up to 3? It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. If I had to predict, I think the top 6 might get it. They're hungrier. You know what I'm saying? I think whoever's got Arse, they're winning that round, in my opinion. I'm just going to say that. And then Shug, you know what I'm saying? Probably you can't hold it down for a round, and then it comes down to if O-Red can beat who he can beat. What is that? What is all of this? So, very strange main event. I know many people don't like it. I don't like it myself. And there's no real precedent for it. I think the funniest thing I see is people online, well, y'all remember Goonies versus Team Hami? That was a 2v2. If you look up the title, there's 4 names in it. They wasn't marketed as a 3v3 till after the fact, or marketed as anything other than a 2v2 when they put Nitty and Twerk in the thumbnail. Because mid-bat was the jump-in era, for those that weren't around, when people were constantly, I mean, people do jump-ins now, but constantly calling people in to jump in the round, like little cameo appearances, and it just got out of hand that night. Twerk rapped way too goddamn long. Nitty got put in the thumbnail. He had 2 bars. When Poison Pen rapped, it was all out of control. Somebody had to get it under control. Poison Pen grabbed the mic and said a hip, a hop, a hippity hop. That's not going to do it. So that was horrible. That wasn't even a real 3v3. People were like, oh, that happened back then, and that didn't go good. Wasn't even a real 3v3. So this is going to be your first real one. I don't think it's just not good, y'all. It's just not good. So those are my opinions on the 3v3 main event. There's not the precedent like people think it is. I don't think any result really benefits anyone involved in the battle, and the people they actually chose to do this battle are it's just head scratching all the way around. So you guys let me know how you feel about the main event. I know this is like a pretty negative, you know what I'm saying, video, but I think this kind of sucks. You know, I don't normally go out of my way to just say, oh, this is awful, this is whatever, but in a down year, we're looking forward. We're looking forward to, we have a little Born Legacy, return to that to hold us off till SM. Things that could potentially, kind of fix what URL's done wrong in these first few months of the year. And then you get something else that's like, are we serious? I just don't know. It's like going out of your way to do something that probably is going to piss off how the public looks at the card. Otherwise, still a really good Born Legacy card. I'm excited for a lot of the matchups on here. I'm hearing that it is going to be on caffeine. And if that is the case, you know what I'm saying, that there is a lot more plus there. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to have to pay for it, you know what I'm saying? But that's where we're at in Battle Rap now. No problem with that as a supporter. But at least it's going to be able to watch live, because this, a 3v3 dropping on the app, that's disgusting. Like just out of nowhere, like, oh, here's your app drop for the day. That smells. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that they're probably going to avoid that situation. But you guys let me know how you feel about the 3v3. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I was overly, negative on it. But if you guys like it, let me know in the comments why you think it's good. Let me know how you think people can benefit from this battle in terms of results and, like, how it can look to the public. But, yeah, it's been JSmo Reviews again, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace.